I promised you China's most dangerous roads. I'll deliver. This is Wuxi County.
Hey everybody, it's Alex here, and I have to tell you, I've come up to this amazing area here. I brought you up probably one of the most dangerous roads I've ever been on, ever. So let me just gather my thoughts here. I came on this canyon road thinking this would be pretty standard. I've been on some mountains in Canada before, but nothing takes it like this. Now, we've been coming down these roads for a while. We're thousands of meters up. To me, this is pretty terrifying. In a car, you can see into the distance there. The road starts cutting through this mountain. And some people have no problem flying up and down this road, even with a truck full of glass. This is a challenge. This could be a tough one for me. So let's hope for the best, okay? Well, everybody, as I'm continuing on this ride that, well, let me just show you the palm of my hands there. It's completely sweating. And you know when you tell people to kind of slow down, they just don't? Well, between this vehicle and that guardrail is death. Yeah, this is the terrain that we're going through to capture the images by drone today. I've seen roads in my country, but I have never really seen roads that are just kind of carved into the side of a rock face of an entire mountain range. Take that in for a second and really try to understand how hard it was, to build this road. Really hard to fathom how much of a drop it is and how complex this terrain is. What a great way to bring in the morning, huh? Well, now we come to an interesting part in the road. Nothing like being on the phone, driving up the side of a mountain with a car that's in reverse. Well, just stopped off at the side of the road here. 27 kilometers, just kind of winding. The Lanyon Great Canyon welcomes your visit. Doesn't that remind you of a traditional Chinese painting? This is the township, and I'm going to show you behind me here. There's only six families that live up here. Yeah, what a lovely lady. I believe those are potatoes. Getting in the old kitchen there. Nice to see you. The government's got a focus on make this a tourist destination. I wouldn't say mass tourism because it's not easy to get out here. It's extremely difficult. But imagine that. Here's some potatoes, drying them out. Another beautiful day goes on in China. A professional drone pilot joining me here. Very intense ride so far, and I know there's an even more intense ride ahead. This is the route, showing various sites. You can even just see the windy roads, and this one carved right into the side of the rock face. Wise man here. Hi. Getting ready for a nice meal. Isn't that great? You can just enjoy the nature, and the only worry that you got in the world is to make sure that you have a great meal with your friends and family. All right, let's get back into the car. Now we're back to old traditional ways of driving, where the roads are so narrow that you actually have to honk the horn to let the oncoming traffic know. Well, you hear it. We've got about 1 meter to play with, and of course some walking pedestrians on this cliff road add for adventures. Yeah, and maybe our driver could slow down a little. Slow down. So this is the start of, I have no words for what I'm showing you guys now, but let's have a look at that. You can see this is the road that the villagers developed. Look at how close we are to the wall here. Look what waits for us on the other side. Wow, this is just incredible. And I'm gonna actually just try to put this camera out as far as I can. You guys can see what I'm seeing here. Very high, very dangerous. I'm kind of speechless.
This looks way more intimidating in person than it does when you're watching a video. Just take that in. You want to see a bigger test? Have a look at this. But in China, they got to make it even more interesting. That's below my feet. Now they call it the Lanyon Sky Road. Lanyon Township, Wuxi County, Chongqing is at the foot of the Yingtianlong Mountain. I've got that wrong, but anyway, it's the highest peak in Chongqing and is located in the most visually striking Lanyon Grand Canyon. Isn't that the truth? This is it. Isn't this unbelievable? I cannot believe I'm standing here seeing this. Okay, I'm not going to get too close to the guardrail, as you guys can see, but I want to show you guys something off into the distance, the Jujiapo Road. Now, they started constructing that a few months ago, and that whole mountain road, it's being built with the Wuxi government here, and you can see it goes all the way up to the peak and over top. Now what that's done is now finally it connects these roads together. So now that road is supposed to be scheduled to be completed by 2023, and it'll go over the top of that mountain and down the other side and eventually connect with the road, which is making it even more easier for the people to be here, and as well making it more accessible for the tourists that come here. What a great spot for Instagram or to do some selfies. Fantastic. If you're in China, visit this place. You have to come out and support these types of villages here. This isn't your typical tourist destination. Oh, no, no, no. We're probably 25, 30 kilometers out of Wuxi County. And behind me here, the fantastic rock face. The villagers built the road without massive machinery. They use, heavy metal spikes to cut into the rock face. They chiseled it and they built it themselves with their bare hands in the midsummer of 2001. These very spot, 23 families, 83 villagers in this area relied mostly on primitive tools. Now think about this: steel drills, hammers, baskets. 4 years and 3 months carving out 1,200 meters of wall-hanging sky road to get these roads built. Now that is a village determined. Why they did this road, you're probably asking why they did this road.
We're 23 households in total with a total population of 84, including the elderly, the babies, and students, 84 in total. The government house was initially here, and also the elementary school. We were all doing well here, but we didn't have convenient means of transportation. We rarely went out of the village. When we go to the city, we'll bring back salt and fertilizers, use them for several years, and wouldn't leave the village again. Getting out was so difficult. We rarely left the village and it was not easy. Before now, we had to walk 13 hours to Wuxi. The villagers had no source of income. We would work for the cooperative association. We would also carry goods through the mountain, 50 kilograms to the city and also 50 kilograms coming back from the city. We would earn 3¼ yuan. It took 3 days. To leave the village, we must walk to the river below the mountain and then climb to the top of the opposite mountain. All the routes look like this. With the goods on your back, you can easily fall. Even if we choose to leave, we don't have skills. We're not craftsmen, not civil servants. If we move out of the village, there is no other way to make money. So we made up our minds to build this road. We want to benefit future younger generations and reduce difficulties for them. So the villagers decided to build the road by themselves. No matter how difficult it is, the workers were mostly in their 40s. There were also people in their 50s and 60s. It took 4 years and 3 months to complete this road. Everyone went to the construction site before dawn, carrying tools, food, and 20 kilograms of explosives. We hung with ropes over our waists while we worked on the cliffs. The rope was very tight around the waist. After a day of road construction, we went home at night to continue work, make pig feed at night. We would get up before dawn in the morning. That means little time to sleep. Recalling the hardship during the road construction, it was so difficult that we want to cry. We built this road regardless of our lives. When we go to work in the morning, no one knows if we will go back home alive. One of us was injured. He blinded one eye. On that day, one of the explosives did not explode because it's too wet. So I went to check on it and it exploded. It took more than 10 hours to get to the hospital. We built this road purely for convenience. We never expected that after the road construction, the government would help us build a tourist site. And it also continuously brings good income to the local villagers. Many tourists visit here every day to drive over from other places. We had nothing before this road was built. Now with this road, we got everything. You just have to make a phone call. Whatever you want will be delivered. We just want to get this road through this cliff and nothing else. No matter how difficult it is, just do it.
I'm gonna hopefully get to talk to somebody that helped build this thing, okay? And I'm here with Mr. Young, and he looks young. He's a young 72-year-old man. Now, I have a question for Mr. Young. Yuen's gonna help me translate here. Now, this road was built with bare hands. Can I look at his hands for a moment? So these very hands here from this gentleman helped build this spectacular road to break through the side of the mountain to build a road for 23 families. Now, how long did the road take to build? 4 years and 3 months. Wow, what a spectacular story. And when did we start constructing the road, Mr. Young? So you used your hard work and your youth, Mr. Young, your youth. Now I'm going to ask you a real personal question. Did anyone get injured or get hurt when they were building this road?
They needed TNT.
Yes.
TNT
Okay. Explosions to explode the rock face, because the face of this is solid rock. And of course you can see we do have some interested tourists behind us, because this man is definitely a legend that has dedicated over 4 years to build a road, bringing the community, which also helps alleviate poverty in this region. I really wish you a prosperous next few years with your family and all the villagers here. And I hope that this world sees this video and comes to spend time in your village and bring tourism here, sir. And now we're going to show you how treacherous this topography was to cut through an entire mountain face. Enjoy this.